What's happening, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, and the Halloween update is here, at least for some people. Definitely not for me, because as you guys can see, I don't have the uniforms yet because they are not yet available in the game. They are showing them in the game, but I don't have them yet. But we do know that this guy is going to be full price, which is pretty unfortunate. So hopefully he'll be worth it. And then Morgan Le Fay is actually a paywall uniform where you're going to have to get 20 Halloween tokens in order to get her, because we're going to get 10 tokens at the end of the week from the events. You need 30 tokens in total to buy the uniform for her. So, like always, they make the waifu of the updates, of these, themed updates, the paywall, which is pretty unfortunate. Now, what they did for Morgan's pretty cool. So what we're going to do, guys, is we're just going to take a look at the uniforms and just see how they look, because that's really all I can do at this point. And I just don't have time to wait until the actual update is here. But I will be talking about these uniforms in all their glory, because I will be picking up Morgan Le Fay. I think she looks absolutely beautiful, as always, guys. Like the waifu, Lord have mercy. She looks so good with the detail in this thing. And there's actually some pretty interesting things they did with this little like the fangs here in her kit. At least something that looks like her fangs is pretty cool. But her uniform effect is really going to be the big reason why people would definitely want her, because this is a godly uniform effect. Increase all basic attack by 35% to all universal types, and increase basic damage to boss types by 35%. This is just a nuts leadership for ABX, ABL, and for PvP, because she also removes all debuffs, and this is on an 18-second cooldown, and it lasts for 10 seconds, so every other 8 seconds, this is going to be up. This is nutty, guys. I mean, think about the universal character. I mean, look, Thanos, for Christ's sakes. I mean, like, these are, that it could be really good in PvP. I mean, she might even be good in PvP, although her kit doesn't really show it, right? Her passive, they gave her the decreased base damage received by 30%. That's going to be really good for survivability. Adding the chain hit damage is really, really nice. The revive with 80% max HP is really good, because before it was actually 50%. So I'm really glad that they upped that. That's nice. The 1 isn't no big deal. The 2 isn't no big deal. And then the third skill, increase basic damage by 90% for 1 attack. Now, the cool thing about this skill is it looks like you can actually cancel it and still keep this damage proc up. However, you will find that it looks like Morgan's skills are more rage friendly, or maybe if she's PvP, maybe put a CTB of regeneration, although she doesn't have any penetration in her kit. So you probably want to put a CTB of destruction on her if you want to try to use her in PvP, right? And then she does have a 20% heal and increase all basic attack by 40%. The 40% attack is really, really awesome. The 20% heal is good. I wish it'd been a little bit higher, but it's still good. And then her fifth skill does give her a nice damage accumulation plus 1%. That is awesome. I'm really happy they gave her accumulation and immunity for 7 seconds. Really, really sweet. All right. Let me grab my controller, guys. Okay. And, from the little bit I've played with her a little bit, you can actually cancel her tier 3. Now, her tier 3 is pretty cool. It does lack a little something, right? I mean, it's still pretty cool, though, I got to say. But her skill are, look at that, right? That is nice. I mean, look, she's like actually making an animated like knife, I guess, or bone knife, I guess, that's stabbing into the ground. That is sick. And then her fifth skill, right, creates a pentagon, and then you have the explosion at the end. That is wild, man. Wow. Really cool. The second skill throws out a little residual damage, right? And you can cancel that thing immediately. That's pretty cool, I think. Yeah, you can cancel it immediately. And then her first skill kind of throws out some sickles and throws them at him. And then the third skill, right? That is wild. Look at the skeleton hands coming out of the ground. That is cool. Right? Now, unfortunately, guys, I mean, like I said, she definitely looks like she's going to be a rage character, because you can't cancel the second skill immediately to get the residual damage from it, right? You got to delay this thing. And yeah, like she does the explosion and then the hand comes out, right? And the fourth skill, you have to wait till the sickles come spinning around to form the pentagram before you can cancel it. So you hit the 4, and then you can cancel it, and you'll get all the damage from it, and you got the explosion at the end, right? So she's got a lot of little delay cancels. The fifth skill, right? And And you really got to let that fifth skill play out. So it looks like she's going to want to proc on that fifth skill, because if you cancel it, you see how the sickle kind of disappears, right? The fifth skill here, try that again. She's got to let it play out so that way you get all that damage from whenever it stabs down. So really, really cool animations. I actually think, I mean, look, obviously I haven't got to play her. I haven't got to see how strong the uniform is, but obviously because of the uniform effect, that's why people are going to want to pick her up. Really, just to try to improve their ABL, AVX scores, maybe try to, help their PvP potential. Definitely going to be really good in AC, but unfortunately, the paywall. And that is a shame. I really hate it when they do this kind of thing, because it means the free-to-play players cannot enjoy this in all its glory. And that's a shame. That's a shame in my opinion. But it is what it is. I guess Netmarble's got to, make their money, right? And then we have Black Bolt. And Black Bolt, man, wow. Now this thing's going to be full price. Oh, and here it is. Full price. So let's go ahead and buy it. All right, let's go ahead and buy that thing, all right? So evidently they just updated the game as I'm making this video. Now his uniform effect is decreased base damage received by 25%. They really should have made this more, especially when you look at the rest of his kit. 25% isn't enough. Not for high levels of World Boss Legend. Now for ABX, ABL, they'd probably just fine, right? So that is something to, keep in mind. And his tier 3 is different now. It looks amazing, right? They did drop his increased basic damage, his damage proc on his tier 3 a little bit, but they did add a little something in the rest of his kit, right? And he does have paralysis on this thing. His passive is nice. They actually jumped up his chain hit damage a little bit, and they actually increased his skill damage. So I'm really, really happy to see that they buffed up those things to increase his damage. And then his passive, remove all debuff, and then they added the ignore targeting. This is nice. It's on a 20-second cooldown, but that is still really, really cool that they added that in there. I am so happy to see that, because this passive really is amazing. Really amazing for his survivability. But the fact that he can hit targets when they're in an iframe during this 5-second period is nice. That's pretty damn cool. His leadership is the same. The 1, nothing really big here. The 2, nothing really big here. The 3rd skill does give him accumulation, but it's the same accumulation as he had before. Obviously, guys, he's going to be level 80. He's got the tier 4 available. So, I mean, I really wish they would have put this up to 1%. If any character deserves a little bit more, it might be him. But you never know. When we start playing him, seeing how strong he is, maybe it's going to be a different story. Now, he has an increased basic damage by 33% for 1 second. He's got a little bit of a damage proc on the 4th skill. And then the 5th skill does give him a 15% heal. And this is why that decreased damage received by 25%, I just don't think is really going to be enough. I mean, they should have done 1 or 2 things, or really should have done both. They should have gave him a higher decreased damage received, up to 30% at least. 40% would have been way better, and gave him a 30% heal. Keeping 50% HP is not very good. It's not very good in high levels of World Boss. Characters can die very, very easy if they don't have, a good means of durability, as well as a way to heal up very, very fast. And yeah, that's kind of a shame they did that. I mean, he's got the 40% attack, and that is nice. In the critical rate by 40%, that's nice. 5 seconds of immunity, right? And he does have invincibility also, so he won't get guard broken against Null, and that's pretty damn cool. But I feel like when I look at his kit, just looking at it, it feels a little incomplete, at least in my humble opinion. Now, we'll start with the 3rd skill. These skills, guys, are sick, and you can immediately cancel that skill. Look at that. You get all of that damage. That looks insane with the debris flying up in the air. Wow. Very, very cool. I absolutely love it. I mean, yeah. Right, these skills are still pretty cool, but the 3, 4, and the 5 are really where the money's at. I'm going to do the 5th skill now. And he jumps down. Oh my God. And that is a delay skill. You have to wait till he jumps down before you cancel it, because if you cancel immediately, that's what you get. You don't get any damage from the 5th skill. But if you let him jump up, slam down, then you're going to get that nice echo that he does, right? And that's pretty cool. But then the 4th skill, and this is so cool, and I'm so glad they did this. The 4th skill, look at that. Oh my God. And look at that AoE and that beam at the end. Oh my God. I mean, guys, I'm kind of geeking out because this is really, really cool. This is a nice touch that they did. I mean, this actually reminded me a little bit of some KOF characters that we just recently got, but I know that's another game, but still, that's what it reminds me of. And then look at his tier 3. Look at this thing. Now, you can't cancel the tier 3, but look at it. It is so cool. Oh my God. It looks so much better than what it did. Like this red color scheme is doing it for me, guys. I love it. And the fact that now he's a villain. So literally you can go 3, 5, slam down, and then the 4 is what your rotation would actually be. But with the proc, I don't know how safe that's actually going to be, right? And then of course you have his tier 4, right? Now, the tier 4 is an interesting one, right? You get an increase all basic attack. Now, obviously, that's going to go up, and then you get final damage of 35%. But there's no heal or no form of survivability in his tier 4. And then again, that makes me worry about Black Bolt as far as his survivability. I mean, that actually makes me worry a lot about his survivability big time. I'm not feeling it. So you know what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to go ahead and just slap on a little something here just to kind of give them, just to give the ISO, give them a decent ISO 8 set here. I'm going to go ahead and give them, I mean, these are physical attack, but I can go ahead and change them. I'm going to go ahead and equip these because we're going to see just how good he actually is. I'll take a gamble and predict that he's going to be stronger than Loki. I mean, at tier 4, I think he probably will be, although a lot of players probably, I mean, they're all probably capping ABX with their Loki. However, it's very difficult for me on my account. And then he, of course, he doesn't have his artifact, and he doesn't have a damage proc, right? The uniform is just at normal, right? We do have some Urus on this guy. I wonder what his details look like here. His ignore defense is terrible. Oh my God. Let me see if I can change that a little bit. We'll go to auto change, ignore defense, right? I don't really know if ignore defense really makes a huge difference, considering I have 22% pierce, but 37% is abysmal. I mean, that is terrible, right? That is terrible. That's a whole lot better. It's critical damage, actually. I mean, considering I don't have an obelisk on him, really isn't all that bad. So let's take him into World Boss, actually without any obelisk, and let's just, curiosity's sake, see how well he does. Now, they took away his ignore dodge, and they actually put that in his artifact, which kind of sucks. It sucks they locked that artifact. It sucks they locked his ignore dodge mechanism, right? But here's the thing, and this is the thing that people need to remember. This character can go to level 80. Guys, once he goes to level 72 and above, you won't need ignore dodge. You just won't. Because you're going to be at a higher level, Null isn't going to be dodging your attacks. He just won't, right? I mean, right now it's a concern because he's just level 70, right? Let me see here. Let's try stage 19, right? Human, he definitely fits that bill, right? And let me throw him in here. Universal. I guess he's not considered a human? Let me look at this. I guess because he's an inhuman, he's not considered a human, right? No, okay. Inhuman. Wow. Let me see. Let's try that again. My bad, everybody. My bad. I thought he was actually considered a human. Whoops. Terrible. So, I mean, stage 14. I mean, can we I don't really want to go higher. Male. Okay, stage 20. Let's do that. Oh, wait, he's a villain. My bad. I was thinking he was a superhero for a second there. So, I mean, okay. So without an obelisk, I'm not going to do that. I guess we'll just try stage 14 really quick, just for giggles, okay? Let's see here. Universal. All right, throw our boy in there. And then we need some support. And it's going to be interesting to see if he does end up being stronger than Loki. I mean, really stage 14. I mean, do we really even want to put a support on him? Let's see what he does without a support at all, right? Let's see what he does. Yeah. We'll just put Black Panther in there, just for the upcoming update. Now, we need some ignore dodge for old boy because he doesn't have any, right? Yeah, there's only one male that gives ignore dodge. Well, that's not true. Deathlock actually gives ignore dodge too. Okay, so unfortunately, we just have the one ignore dodge striker, so that's kind of a bummer right there, right? And then the female sports that we have that have ignore dodge, they're females. So that kind of sucks. But I mean, this is only stage 14. I mean, in all honesty, I really would expect Black Bolt to do pretty good. All right. Okay. All right. And remember, this is my first time trying old boy out. I mean, the skills look insane. Let's check out that tier 3. Well, I tried going to that 4th skill. Not quite. Not quite. I mean, at stage 14, it's like, it's really hard to tell how good a character's survivability is. I'm definitely going to have to build this guy up. But that debuff is definitely coming in handy. Wow, okay. I gotta say, guys, like, and he just took a pretty good amount of damage just now. And it's like, this is just stage 14. So, I mean, when he's at level 80, he'll be able to absorb a lot more damage. But it's just, wow, man. Right? And you see how much damage he just took there. And, you know, when you're up in really high levels, that's going to go up bigger and crap, especially when you got like toxic meteorites and so on attacking you. I gotta say, guys, like, I know that he doesn't have any supports, but I really would have expected a little bit more than this. Honestly, I mean, this is just stage 14. I mean, it's not like we're way up there as far as damage, or as far as, you know, how much damage we actually need. There we go, hit that tier 3. Wow, man, this is taking a lot longer than what I actually anticipated. Wow, that's crazy. Okay. All right, well, let's throw a support in there and see how well he does. I mean, yeah, granted, he doesn't have a damage proc, he doesn't have an obelisk, but honestly, stage 14 on an account with 22% pierce and 120% energy attack, I honestly would have expected a little bit more, right? Now, obviously, with Taskmaster, I mean, he's got an insight on him as well. You know, we just throw in one support. I mean, maybe the ignore dodge is making the difference, right? And we only have one ignore dodge striker. Maybe that's making the difference. Right? Okay, let's try this again. Okay, so our skill got canceled there from the purple attack. I kind of figured that was going to happen. Okay. Now, it's nice he's got that invincibility. That's pretty sweet. I mean, this isn't really a review. I'm just kind of... Oh, there I canceled my fifth skill too early. I gotta say, man, whenever he does that tier 3, he is like all over the place. Okay. That debuff from his passive is so nice though. Such cool skills, man. Okay. It is nice that he's in an iframe for the most part during his tier 3. That really prevents him from taking damage. That's pretty sweet. Okay. I probably could throw in the 2 skill and, you know, probably bring up my tier 3 a little bit more often. I mean, we're just kind of getting a feel for Black Bolt right now. All right, and oh, that was some good burst damage right there. That was nice. That was some good burst damage. Now, whenever he's doing that 4 skill, you really you need to take advantage of the fact that he moves around, so that way he doesn't get hit by those tentacles. Okay. So, I mean, you know, that took 1:40 seconds with no proc, 1 support, right? Using Black Bolt's leadership and having a CTB of Insight also. So, I got to tell you guys, that's not really all that impressive in all honesty. Stage 14, I would really expect more. Maybe I'm playing him wrong. Maybe I need to, you know, work with him a little bit because I did just buy the uniform. So, maybe I need to work on it, but I really think, already, guys, it seems like it's the level 80, the level 72, the tier 4. That's going to put him over the top. You know, maybe I'll do a comparison between this and his old uniform to see, you know, how much stronger it actually is. But his damage doesn't seem as good as I'd really hoped. I was really kind of hoping for a little bit more than that. But again, he didn't have a damage proc. And this is just my initial impressions of him. And with Morgan Le Fay, I still got to buy her uniform. So, guys, let me know what you think about these 2 characters so far. And I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. TG+7 time. The link is in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See you, everybody.